Like and subscribe right now, or this spider will crawl on your face when you're sleeping. What looks so serene and calm from above is so ruthless and aggressive from underneath. Oceans have an unending cycle of predators turning prey and prey turning into predators. And here are the 10 times when sea animals met with an opponent mightier than them. Number 10. Octopus vs Moray Eel. This is what a typical fight between a moray eel and an octopus looks like, but we will come back to it in seconds. Moray eels are one of the most underestimated predators of the oceans. Their bites are extremely nasty, thanks to their 2 sets of jaws. First set of teeth that juts backwards so that prey cannot easily escape. Second set of pharyngeal jaws that help them hold on to their prey and crush it into pieces. Scary stuff, right? Now imagine an octopus messing around with one of such deadly beasts. The fight is ridiculously one-sided. One such fight was caught by a deep-sea camera in which an octopus was seen entering the territory of a moray eel. The octopus was unaware of the dangers looming over his life. As soon as it spots the moray eel, he shoots ink to escape. The eel was taken aback for a second, but the very next moment we see it viciously attacking the octopus. It gets hold on 2 of its multiple legs. The octopus has no choice but to escape for its life. It severed its limb and ran away for its life. The moray eel wanted more of its flesh. It chased the octo and bit straight through its brain. Notice the octopus changing its color in accordance with its surroundings. It still had the will to fight. And finally, the will to live won. The moray eel had to retreat because the sucker on the octopus's arms was blocking its nostrils, making it difficult for it to breathe. This was a close to the edge fight, but both animals survived it. But in the next shark versus orca fight, one had to give up on its life. Number 9. Shark vs Orca. The most aggressive, psychotic, murderous beings under the water. Orcas, aka the infamous killer whales. They get this name because of the fact that they were known to hunt down much bigger whales during the Middle Ages, and thus were called whale killers, which eventually turned into killer whales over the period of time. Imagine the stupidity of any sea animal to mess with these dangerous bullies of the ocean. In our entry, it was a poor shark. You can see a 7-foot tiger shark sandwiched between 2 orcas. This is their lethal hunting strategy, eventually making it lose its will to survive. The same happened with this poor shark. Number 8. Lionfish vs Bobbit worm. From now on, if someone says small can be deadly, believe them immediately, because there is a deadly predator in the sandy reefs of the ocean who is small in size but is known to drag its prey underneath the sand, breaking them into pieces with its powerful attack. Yes, I am talking about the bobbit worm. The lethal nature of lionfish is nothing hidden from the world. But for bobbit worms, it is a meal come true. What you are watching in the middle of your screen is a well-camouflaged bobbit worm, and in the coming seconds, an unsuspecting lionfish is gonna come near it. With just 2 powerful strikes, the 2-centimeter wide worm managed to snatch and bring the 7 inches fish underneath the sand. The lightning-fast, powerful attacks are characteristic of this small critter. Number 7. Octopus vs Mantis shrimp. If nature and evolution had a favorite, it ought to be mantis shrimps. No animal on Earth has been blessed with power and defenses more than these little marine crustaceans. They are formidable warriors of the ocean, and if someone messes with them, well, we have a clip to show you how deadly this creature can be. This octopus was very hungry. He spotted a mantis shrimp in its area and thought that it would be an easy prey. At first, the mantis shrimp decided to use an escape strategy. but the octopus was very persistent in its chase. When it reached its burrow, the mantis shrimp realized that the octopus will not leave him alone until he gets a taste of his solid punches. He came out of its burrow in what we call a mural spread. It's a warning before the battle begins to warn the opposition what will come after this will not be good for you. But the octopus didn't back off. The mantis had had enough. It pulled off his hammer claws and went all crazy on its enemy. The punch beat the living daylight out of the octopus. It decided to retreat, but nah, the warrior inside the mantis shrimp wanted to give it some more taste of its punch. It came back again and landed another heavy blow on the octopus. The poor fellow had to drag himself out of the horn's way. Number 6. Shark vs Moray Eel. Another moray eel entry, and once again this fight will surprise you to your core. So place your bet right now, shark or eel? Let's find out. Moray eels and sharks have the same animosity between them as that between lions and hyenas. They ambush and attack each other whenever they get a chance. Here in this entry, we have a moray eel who waited and then ambushed a shark. The juvenile shark was apparently taken aback by such a sudden strike and tried to save itself, starting from tail towards the head. The eel tried swallowing the shark whole. It might come as a shock to many of you that there is a deadly predator underwater who eats and swallows a shark whole, but that's how it is underwater. Now, depending on the individual situation of each fight, predicting who will win is easy, but a fight between an adult shark and an adult eel will end up with the shark winning it. The sharks now even seem to have an idea about how moray eels bully and harass other small creatures in the ocean. Once 3 sharks were seen attacking a moray eel. The attack was so vicious that it sent chills down my spine. This was the only time I felt bad for the moray eel, torn apart between these 3 sharks by their mighty jaws. It was a terrible end for a creature like that. But don't you think for a second that moray eels will not fight for themselves? In an epic one-on-one battle, the guts of moray eel surprised me a lot. A hungry white-tipped shark spotted a juvenile moray eel hiding in its burrow. The shark got ready for a meal and attacked the eel. Despite knowing that it had no chance with the shark, the eel didn't come back out and instead bit the shark right on its gill. The shark came back for the eel after a while. The eel was still ready for the fight. With an insane fighting spirit, the 2 mighty predators lunged at each other. The shark on the neck region, the eel on the gills. In the end, the eel went down, but proved how much of a formidable warrior it was. Number 5. Shark vs Giant Pacific Octopus. Like many other people, you guys might think that sharks and octopuses are no match for each other. But you guys have no idea how wrong you think about these 2 creatures. While many creatures hide or flee as soon as they spot a shark, for octopuses, it's a wish that comes true. Here, you can have a look at it yourself. Octopus was waiting, and as soon as the shark came within striking range, the octo attacked it and killed the shark within minutes with its sucker-like arms, which drowned the poor victim. They 2 truly hate each other, and though the likelihood of these 2 animals fighting each other is extremely low, observations show that octopuses can be aggressive if their territory is threatened. One such incident was recorded at the Seattle Aquarium. They made a Pacific giant octopus share a tank with sharks with the intention that the octopus will learn to survive in a competitive environment with sharks, just like in the wild oceans. They did not consider it a threat to the spiny dogfish sharks until they started finding shark corpses on the bottom of the tank or floating in the water. When they put cameras to find out what was happening, they found out that the octopus completely obliterated the shark by grabbing and killing it. The sharks were completely helpless in front of the deadly and clever creature. So yes, octopuses can kill sharks if they encounter each other, and are one of the only natural predators of the shark. Number 4. Crocodile vs Hippos. Crocodiles love marine settings for themselves and are considered apex predators of both land and water, But wait till you see a hippo make an entry into Croc's territory. You might need proof to be convinced properly. A confident croc was one filmed directly swimming in the territory of hippos, where dozens of them were bathing cozily. As soon as the hippo spotted the croc into their area, they all charged at the lone croc, biting him off one by one. The herd of hippos had children in it, and therefore it was necessary for them to teach the croc a well-deserving lesson. It was indeed a miracle that it got out of there alive, but given the extent of injuries, the croc will most likely not survive. But this was a lone croc versus a lot of hippos. What if the fight is even? Who will win then? There is no doubt that both animals hate each other, and well, both have got reasons to do that. For crocs, hippos provide a reasonable cause as they always poke into crocs' matters uninvitingly. Just have a look at this clip, where some crocodiles hunted down a wildebeest, but hippos didn't seem to like it. They attacked the crocs and saved the wildebeest from getting hunted. I think this is a justifiable reason for crocs to hate hippos, as they don't share territory with hippos only to starve to death. The crocs respond to this uninvited intervention during their hunt by intimidating baby hippos. No one's gonna love you exactly if you bully their kids, and well, hippos don't like crocs for this reason. The two animals have now reached a point where they know things aren't going to work out between them, so they should just respect each other's boundaries. But if a croc intrudes the territory of a hippo, it will have its life hanging by the mighty jaws of a hippo. Number 3. Octopus vs Crab. Crabs have really sharp claws, with a strong grip that can be really painful. Watching them battle an octopus would be intense. One such epic battle was shot between an octopus and a crab near a shoreline on the sand. The coconut octopus suddenly spotted and attacked a crab that was almost buried in the sand. The crab didn't look big until it was brought out by the octopus. It was a huge crab that was completely helpless because of the tentacles of the octopus. The octopus used its beak to inject poison between the crab's carapace and back leg. The poison gradually weakened and dissolved the muscles of the crab within minutes. It offered no further resistance to the octopus, who kept dragging and eating the dragged crab. It once again used its beak to tear off the crab's legs and sucked its flesh out to eat it. In the end, only the shell was left of the once huge crab. Number 2. Octopus vs Sea Lions. Before making this video, I used to think of octopuses as some cool gangsta creatures who fear no one. But nah, the stronger always bullies the weaker in raw nature. Sea lions are not very aggressive or dangerous animals, but that doesn't mean that we should not give this 600-pound animal the respect it deserves. They are voracious eaters and are known to hunt mola mola, aka ocean sunfish. These large marine mammals are native to all the oceans and are known to hunt fish, hake, squid, clams, crabs, and octopuses. Once an octopus strayed and came across a sea lion. What this mammal did with that will be remembered for years to come. The sea lion bit the tentacles of the octopus one by one until the poor octopus was finished. In the end, there is only a fraction left of what once was a healthy octopus. Bonus entries. Before moving on to our subscribers' pick of the day, there are some serious battles that were fought under the water which deserve our attention. So we have prepared a short segment for these bonus entries. Let's start with an octopus vs crab fight that took a really unexpected turn. The octopus was ready to hunt down the crab. Both animals were busy dodging each other to survive when all of a sudden a harbor seal intervened to end the fight for good. There is something between octopuses and seals. You might have seen this world-famous clip in which a seal slapped an octopus across a kayakger. I mean, the hatred is real. Similarly, once a shark ate a poor octopus in an instant. The attack and subsequent gorging was so quick. The ink an octopus shoots whilst escaping was coming out of the gills of the shark. The escape reflexes were on even after the octopus was well inside the stomach of the shark. A grouper was once spotted eating an eel from its rear end. The poor eel didn't even have a chance to save itself. Once every year, thousands of groupers gather on a reef in French Polynesia to mate, which means a lot of food for sharks, eventually leading to a shark feeding frenzy. Hundreds of gray reef sharks are attracted to this buffet of marbled groupers. But the sharks in their frenzy not only attack the spawning grouper, but also each other. The individual grouper is too big to eat whole, and catching them is difficult. Therefore, sharks attack fellow sharks if they have a grouper, and they fight over it. Army of lobsters go on for their daily marches on the coral reefs to reach new food sources. The sheer number increases the chance of their survival. But what if one of the lobsters is left behind? Well, it becomes easy prey for the predators. Triggerfish loves lobsters as their meals, and when one of them spotted a lonely lobster on the reef, it immediately went on to prey on it. The first thing to do is to disarm the lobster, and the rest is easy. After some time, only the shell remains of the lobster. This dramatic footage was captured by a deep-sea camera who spotted a tiger snake eel and a hermit crab fighting over a dead fish. Now, I am not really sure where this incident was filmed, as no information is available on the site this video was shared. But you can see the eel and crab rolling into sand to win this incredible tug-of-war over a dead fish. In the end, the crab took away the prize and the eel was left there to look for another food source. Moray eels are incredibly powerful and intimidating sea creatures, but when it comes to the cute little puffer fish, well, there is not denying the power of its defense. A moray eel ambushed a puffer fish, and well, will it be able to swallow the fish whole? No. Not when the pufferfish breaks out its secret defense against it and thus saves itself from dying in the process. And now let us move on to our subscriber pick of the day. This image was sent to us by a subscriber. Similarly, if you ever wish to know more about an image you come across, just send it to us. Who knows, we might even feature it in one of our videos. Only once in recorded history, an orca attack has been dodged and survived by a whale. Truly, this time, the orcas messed with a really wrong opponent. As vicious as orca attacks are, this one was way more precise and deadlier. But the whale truly had the will to live. Recorded in Bremer Canyon in 2021, a humpback whale successfully evaded an orca attack. It all started when some tourists spotted a pod of orcas successfully surrounding a humpback whale. The two pods of orca families began to target the humpback, latching specifically onto the dorsal fin. Their target was to roll him upside down to drown it ASAP. The humpback was a true fighter who tried desperately to defend itself. The whale was now bleeding. In her desperation, the whale started swimming towards the boat while the killer whales were chasing it. The whale broke free from the boat's safety and swam for itself. One of the killer whales rammed into its rostrum at full speed and Backham injured. The whale was now confident. The orcas realized that it was a strong male humpback. Taking it down is near impossible, so they halted the chase. The incredible resilience, intelligence, and determination saved the day for him, and it became the first ever recorded incident of an orca chase that ended in failure. Number 1. Crocodile vs Shark. Who will win this Clash Titans? Crocodiles or sharks? Who do you think will win in a one-on-one fight? Place your bets and let's see. In one of the very first and only footage available, a 13-feet saltwater crocodile and a 10-feet tiger shark were seen together scavenging on a dead whale through a drone camera. As soon as the shark spotted the crocodile, it swam away, peacefully after eating its fair share of meals. But even when the food is scarce, sharks and crocs are not known to hunt each other a lot. Once a bull shark was seen swimming towards a huge saltwater crocodile, but the moment it realized the presence of croc, it changed its path. One moment of their face-to-face interaction has been recorded in which two sharks were seen bullying a massive croc to steal its food, but the croc didn't have any of it. It bit the shark on its tail, and the shark was quick to back off. Only the great whites are known to defeat saltwater crocs in one-on-one fights. All other shark species are just too small. In fact, A crocodile's head washed up on a beach in South Africa, which was assumed to have been attacked and severed by a great white. See you guys next time.